Alright guys, test 2 of today. Again a CF, no sorry, not a CF Moto, it's a QJMOTOR Chinese brand. I just tested the SRV600V, which was magnificent. And now the second test of today. And this is a sports bike, the SRK800RR. Okay, this is a sports bike, so quite different than the cruiser we just had. It's a super sport officially. It's participating in the World Super Sport Championship, which is the feeder series to the World Superbikes. Nevertheless, I'm really questioning if this is actually a super sport, as it has only 95 horsepower, which is not a lot for a super sport. So I don't think this is a super sport, and I think it's more some sort of a marketing related thing to call it, to give the same name as the super sport machine, but this is just a sports bike for road. Nevertheless, officially this is a super sport bike. So hopefully it gives me that super sport goosebumps as well. Let's test it out. It has a inline 4, as you may know. Look at the channel name. I love the inline 4. 4 cylinders in a row. It has its own characteristics. It means get it high in the revs. If you want to have that torque, if you want to have that brake horsepower, 95. Torque is around 78. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, let's see what it has to offer. That was in third gear. It's a bit shaky though. Okay, we're gonna leave it up high in the gears for now. So 95 brake horsepower, 78 Newton meters. It's really comparable in comparison to the Honda CBR 650R. Same brake horsepower is 95, only this bike has a few more Newton meters. 78 compared to the 63 of the Honda. So compared to the 650, not the 600 Fireblade Super Sport of Honda, of course. Okay, for now it feels a bit, I don't know, bit bumpy and shaky, bit too much. Sitting position is not too bad, I guess. Okay, like I said, inline 4, you need to ride it the way the motorcycle wants you to ride it, and that's get it up high in the revs, and then it awakens. But like always, you need to get used to the bike first, get familiar, get a bit of confidence before you can actually go high up in the revs, because yeah, the magic happens after 8,000. But the excitement, the thrill will start much earlier on. So you need to feel confident. Alright. It vibrates a lot. Oh, it vibrates so much that you're almost forced to put it in next gear. It doesn't feel that nice to put it in a low gear with the vibration. Yeah, it's okay. For now, it reminds me of the Kawasaki Ninja 650, which is a 2-cylinder. Not sure if that's a good thing. I don't think so. No. The Honda CBR 650, as I mentioned, I tested that bike as well last year. It was a pleasant bike, but not as exciting as the ZX4R of Kawasaki. It was okay. It had 95 brake horsepower as well, same as this machine. I'm not convinced yet. Let's put it fourth gear. There's a lot of wind. Not sure if you can hear it, but it's windy out there. But it's a nice day, we cannot complain. It's 22 degrees. Spring, nice weather. Almost no clouds. No clouds actually. So it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. See TCS next to the speedometer. I assume that's traction control. I'm not going to need that. Maybe wheelie control? No. No wheelie control. What am I talking about? I don't feel that confident in the corners with this bike. It's the same as with the other QJMOTOR. Always say hi. Hi! Hi. Get it in 3 more reps. Oh, that this is not nice. No, it vibrates. I can feel it in my feet. The vibration is that. Oh, no, this is not good. You don't want to feel that vibration in your feet. That's not what you want. And you can feel it clearly. Everything is shaking. Therefore, it's not pleasant to go in a lower gear. No. I'm in 4th gear, riding 80 kilometers an hour. That should be fine, but it feels... no. No. Not happy at the moment. One thing I know for sure, this is not a super sport. This is definitely a marketing related action to give it the same name and the same looks, but you cannot compete in World Supersport with this machine. It has lack of power and lack of torque. Sitting position is perfect, by the way. Being 2 meters tall, it's always a challenge to have the right sitting position. Always a challenge to find comfort on a bike, especially a racing bike. This is not a racing bike, but a racy bike. That's the looks and characteristics, but not the power and the torque. But yeah, sitting position is fine, no worries. The only thing is that I can already feel it in my wrist. You hear this? That's vibration. Everything is vibrating when you're in 2nd gear, only riding 50 kilometers an hour. That's not what you want. If you're riding a 4-cylinder, you want to get high in the revs, and it's not possible because you lose all the comfort because of the vibrations. Everything is vibrating right now. I must go to 3rd gear to lose that vibration. That's not how a 4-cylinder works. Me not happy. Me not happy. Don't feel comfort in the corners as well. Not sure why. Yeah, 95 horsepower, of course. It's still there. It's not hidden, but you need to awaken that power. And this was 3rd gear, and it was already, well, quite impressive. I think it's more impressive in 2nd gear, of course, but that doesn't feel that comfortable. So we need to compare this bike to the Honda CBR 650R, which was it was a decent bike. It has nothing special. Didn't give that excitement level. It didn't bring that excitement level as the ZX for our RF Kawasaki. I think nothing can compare to the ZX4RR within this segment, you know, up to 100 horsepowers. The ZX4RR is king, master. It's really shaky, and the throttle control, if you give a little bit of throttle, it goes like that. It's shaky, too shaky. It should be linear. Going up linear, if you push the throttle, it's not. It's like no, it feels like they just wanted to create a 4-cylinder, and that's it. And that's it. They didn't put a lot of work in it. They didn't test it and try to perfect it and optimize it further to perfection, because I'm really happy that I tested the SRV that's in front of me right now, actually, before, because that made me really happy and made me give the opinion that QJMOTOR is a proper brand, proper bike, which they are, but this bike is below my expectations, way below my expectations. I really look forward to test this bike. Not so much. So if you're watching this video and you tested this bike as well and you have different opinions about this bike, just let me know. I'm really curious, because I cannot imagine that someone else riding this bike will have a totally different opinion as I have. Oh, the throttle's control is... no, it's not nice. A little bit of throttle is... You ever seen a cat that needs to throw up? If you're a cat owner, I highly doubt it if you never witness it. If they need to vomit, they're like what a cat does when he needs to vomit. That's what this bike does when you go. Yeah, when you push your throttle, it's like a vomiting cat. It's like a vomiting cat. I'm not looking for a vomiting cat when I'm riding a motorcycle. That's for sure. Again, the vomiting cat. It has a standard exhaust, and I can tell straight away if okay, thank you for that. I can tell straight away if you put an Akrapovic underneath this bike, it will have a great sound, because already I can tell with the high revs coming out of this exhaust, it has a decent sound. That throttle control, that is something they need to work on and optimize further. This is far from perfection. It's even far from mediocre, being mediocre. So we're riding in a group. I'm I'm the one behind, I have no one behind me of our own group, which I prefer because you have you can leave a gap and open up the throttle a bit more if you like. I don't really feel like doing that because I'm going to lose so much comfort when I do that. The best is get it high up in the gears and just throttle 20% like I'm doing right now, and then it's fine. Then it's fine. So shaky. If you open up the throttle and then you just close it again, it's pretty uncomfortable. Wow, KTM Duke. Look at the width of those back tires. I think that's a 990, right? I'm going to test it within a few weeks. Not really sure if that's the 990R. Nevertheless, I'm going to test the 990R. Hopefully with that same exhaust pipe. Probably in a Krapovic. But for now, QJMOTOR SRK800RR. Not my type of bike. The throttle handle, you feel everything that you don't want to feel on a motorcycle. You know, it responds the way it wants to respond, but that's not how a rider would like it. Maybe if you ride this bike for a long period of time, you understand how it responds, but for now it doesn't make sense. Really shaky and nervous. Those are two type of factors that I really dislike in a bike. Okay, it's time for the verdict. Comfort, no. Sitting position, quite good. The rest of it, no. A 4. No, they really need to work on this. It's actually a disgrace that they put this in the shop without optimizing it further first. And excitement, yeah, it has power, and there's still a lot that I need to discover after 8,000 RPM, but it feels too uncomfortable to aim for that. So excitement, yeah, it's excitement in a negative way, that you don't know how it responds. That gives you excitement and adrenaline, but not in a good way. So I give it a 5.5. So this is probably one of the worst bikes I've ever been on, if you look at the ratings. Yeah, sorry guys, can't help it, just being honest with you. And I'm a bit lost because the other bike, the other QJMOTOR SRK800V, which is a cruiser, was perfect. For its segment it was perfect. With the V4, I really like that. So I'm not gonna change my opinion about QJMOTOR. They can make proper machines, but this one is not one of them. Okay, let's have some fun for a few more minutes. I'm going to shut my mouth, so you can perhaps you can hear the revs going up, hear the sound of the exhaust, and just enjoy the environment, guys. Cheers.